Peace. You got Rug Out the Black Swan here, back with another bang, back with another exclusive video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, make sure you hit that like button and hit that notification bell so you be notified when we drop bangers like this one here today. Hope all is well, family. Just want to get up here and give a positive message and say to you from my heart, it is never too late to start. Most people that have been successful in life, they started later on in life. Look at a man. Most men don't reach their financial peak until they're above the age 30. Some even don't reach it to the age 40. Trial and error, family. Trial and error. 10K hours is a real thing. It is very rare for LeBron James to go to the NBA draft in 2003 at the age of 18 and become a billionaire by the age 40. It's very rare, family. He was a millionaire overnight, and that's very, very rare, family. It's probably about 4,000 people that have literally played in the NBA. 4,000 people out of billions of people that have lived on Earth for long periods of time, since the beginning of time, family. It is very, very rare. So, I want to say it's not too late to start. It's not too late to say today is the beginning of my destiny. Because as long as God has breathed dust and air into our lungs and ethers into our lungs, and it's another opportunity for us to get better. It's this thing called the Akashic Records. It's a digital field of everything that ever was, everything that will ever be, and everything is right now. And basically these records show you that whatever way you go gives you a new path to God's ultimate destiny in life. And even if you don't go God's way, your mistakes will make somebody else's destiny more clear. So it's all in God's plan, the good and the bad, yin and yang. It all works together in the end, family. But as far as you knowing that information, then you can sit with yourself and ask yourself, hey, what will happen if I go this way? What is the path of going each different way? And once you get that permission or you get that insight, then you choose the way to go. Because nothing is new up under the sun. Your soul knows all truth, so we have to learn to sit in silence and sit with ourselves and really contemplate the decisions that we're making, because it is so crucial, because every decision we make falls into a long list of decisions that God has and ordained, and it makes everything work in the greater good of all, even the bad, family. Think about it. Most of the people that are successful, they went through some dark paths in life and ended up transmuting that energy to become higher self, but it took for them to become conscious of the loop. And the loop is going over and over and over again of the habits that the reptilian brain that you can Google has been created to do. Because we have done things over and over and over again. If you look at the body, somebody that is obese, they didn't become obese overnight, family. It took them eating the same things over and over again, while at the same time not working out over and over and over and over again, family. So those toxins begin to pile up, and then you have fat build on the body. A lot of us are spiritually fat, spiritually out of shape. A lot of us are mentally out of shape. A lot of us are emotionally out of shape. A lot of us are financially starved because we don't understand the loop, because we're not looking at what's going on in our lives, because we're steady thinking that, hey, the world is the problem when we are the problem. We have the power. No one is coming to save you, family. A lot of times we ask for things and it comes to us and we don't realize that it's the thing that we asked for, and then we fumble it, and then we wonder why we didn't get out of that situation, because we didn't identify the loop. We didn't identify because we're not paying attention. We're not focusing vigilant to how the enemy can come and take away those blessings, because we're greedy, because we're ungrateful, because we're selfish, because of all of these things. So yeah, identify the loop, family. And it's never too late. Be fruitful and multiply, God said in the Bible. Be fruitful and multiply. God said that if some people are here that had 9 gifts, and because they were grateful, they got 10 gifts. And some people that had 5 gifts, and because they were grateful, they got 6 gifts. And it was one person that had 1 gift and they were ungrateful, and God took that gift and gave it to the next person. If you don't do it, somebody will do it, family. So when that idea pops up in your head, you need to act on it, because most of the times our thoughts are not our thoughts. This physical realm is the slowest realm, and the eyes are receptors for the brain. And if the eyes aren't up to date with the brain, then we can't perceive everything the brain can receive. That's why we can feel things without actually being and knowing what it is. Like love. That's why we can hear things, because the brain is actually the computer, and the ears are like the microphone in our computer. Why do you think the computer is so smart? Because the microphones hears. That's why AI is able to think. The CPU is the computer's brain, and then you have the headphones, which can output things. You have the microphone, which can speak things into the computers. You have the keyboard, which can type or feel. You have the computer screen, so you can visually see it. But you thinking that it's your ears hearing. You think is that your mouth speaking. You thinking that it's your eyes seeing. You thinking that it's your finger pad. No, these are all just sensors for the computer, which is your brain, the CPU. Identify the loop, family. Get in tune with yourself. We have to realize our left eye and our right eye are two different entities. Our left index finger, our right index finger are two different entities. And we need to treat it as such. We need to become more aligned so we can receive, so we can be grateful. And the way to do that is to get aligned, to become who we need to be. It's not too late to start right now, family. Be fruitful and multiply. Be grateful for what we have. We lack nothing. God has given us everything to alchemize and become the greater self. That's the thing about coming from the hood. We learn to work with nothing. All those recipes, all those things that were generated from the bottom is because we had nothing, and we took what we had and we generated, family. So we can go ahead and pull a couple cards, man, to get some motivation today. You know, I got 3 cards on me. It says, I choose to pursue peace and happiness every day. It says, being happy is a choice. It says, in every moment, in everything that happens, you can look at the positive side of something. Train your mind to look at the bright side of something until it becomes second nature. In Hawaii, I seen this picture, and it was like, one person was it was 2 people on the bus. One person was on one side, the other person was on the other side, but the other person's window was a view of the beach and everything that was good. And the other person's view was the mountains, and that person had a negative attitude, and that other person has a positive attitude. But it really was just perception. Be happy, be grateful, be joyful. Even in the bad situation. When I was in Africa, I seen some of the realest, dopest people, and they didn't have the best living conditions, but they were still happy. They were still happy, family. Me, myself, when I was going through those struggling times, I was still happy, family. I wasn't as happy as I am now, but I was still happy, family. I didn't let nothing take away my smile, my peace. It's better to be happy in a situation than we could think from a place of gratitude, think from a place of peace. But when we're grieving, when we're in pain, when we're mourning, then we think from a different position, a place of desperation. We make different decisions. I am a good person. It says practice kindness. Practice kindness. It says whoever you talk to today, practice being mindful and be kind. You never know what they're going through. I tell you, you never know who life you might change, you might save. That person that you opened the door, that person that you gave a helping hand to, that person that you just heard and understand, and you didn't judge them. You never know what that person is going through, family. So try to be as kind as possible, because a lot of times we try to take out our problems on other people when those people have nothing. I swear, working customer service, I learned that like a lot of times people come into where I was working at and they having a bad day and they want to take it out on me. In reality, I'm just here to get you some food, or help you with find your tool, or take your money and do a business transaction. So be kind, be kind. Last word. Last word. I am willing to put in the work for my future. Time and effort. Be patient with actions. Be impatient with actions and patient with results. Put in the work and the results will come. What is one thing you've been wanting to try? Start today. Start today. It's not too late. Full circle. It's not too late to start today. It's not too late for you to become the best version of yourself, family. It's not too late for you to accomplish your dreams. No matter what anybody say, LeBron James is still playing in the NBA at 41 years old today. Tom Brady played in the NFL till he was 41 years old, won a championship at one of the oldest ages. You can start today. A lot of these billionaires and trillionaires, they went broke so many times before they were 35, 40 years old, and then they finally clicked and they became who they were. I want to say keep going and start today. And if you guys want to support the brand, make sure you guys hit the link in the description to go to the website. I want to say, as always, what's divine love, peace, and harmony on all. Peace.